So, Jan, what are you keeping with you? Protecting it from the evil packing people who want to box up all my stuff and hide it from me for 2 months? That's a very good question. Inquiring minds want to know. At least I hope you do, because I'm going to show you. All right, so I only have 2 knitting projects that I'm going to be taking with me. One is the scarf I've been working on. And actually, I hope to finish this before we actually leave on November 29th. And the other knitting project that I'm taking with us then is the Palmer Tea by Kitty B Knitting. I showed you the yarn for that in my last video. So that will be my knitting. Stitching is a whole different story. I mentioned Harbor Haven. I got the last part in my last video. Again, I'm hoping to be finished with this before we leave. This is, over here, this is the start of part 11. I'm going to adjust these blinds a bit. So you can see I don't have a whole lot of part 11 done. So I'll be working on that and then part 12, and I do hope to get that done in the next 15 days. It will be almost done. I'll be spending a lot of time on this. In fact, I probably won't be stitching on much of anything else. Maybe my son's project a little bit if I get tired of the over one knitting. And my son's project is the Mushrooms Botanica by Elisa Aknius, the Russian designer. So that one, I showed you that yesterday, or yeah, in my video yesterday. So that's an easy one. So that may be my rest one in between the over one stitching. So what else do we have here? I have some things here that I won't be working on, but I can't stand the thought of packing them up. Number one is my kit for the Leeds House sampler. I will be starting this at the beginning of the year. So for that I have the sulky threads and I have the 32 count helix, which is the called for fabric in the pattern. I just can't stand the thought of putting that in a box. I took my chatelaine off of the Q-snaps. And again, I can't stand the thought of packing that away for 2 months and leaving its fate up to unknown persons. So that is going with me in my suitcase. Not something I'll be working on. And then the other thing that is just a kit at this point is the Four Seasons pattern. I'll be starting this at the beginning of the year. So again, I have the fabric. I have most of the flosses in here. I've taken some out for other projects, so that will have to be re-kitted when the time comes. But and the fabric is 40 count, I believe, something like light denim from XG Designs. This was a special cut, special dye for me for a big piece for this pattern. So yeah, I can't stand the thought of putting that in a box. The other one that I will be starting here in December is the Grace Quaker sampler. I've shown this on the past couple of videos. I did decide on the ash rose fabric. So I have the flosses I'm going to use and all that ready to go. That will be started December 1st. So that will actually be started as we're driving out to Arizona. The other one that I hope to get some work on, because I'm really close to a finish on it. And yes, I know we're not supposed to leave our needles in, but you know, I leave it up on the edge. Is the 'Tis the Season pattern by Blackbird Designs. So I'm awfully close. I know I have quite a bit more to do out here, but it doesn't take long, so I'm awfully close to a finish on this one. So that is going with me, hopefully for a finish in the next 2 months while we're waiting for our household goods. Now, I also have a whole bag of things here. that I just can't stand. Well, part of them I'm hopeful to finish, and the other part is I just can't stand packing them away. Number 1 is Playing with Jacks. Again, I am so close to a finish on this that I should be able to get it done soon once I start working on it again, right? Then I have some small ones that I'm thinking, again, I could get these finished. These are all Mania 2018 starts. So I have this one, Welcome Spring, by Little House Needleworks. This was one of the kits that came with all the flosses. I'm doing this one over 1 on possibly a 28 count. So again, not much more to do on that. Got to fill in the sheep, which will of course take a little while, but that's a small one. I have Wilhemina by Plum Street Samplers, another Mania start. So I already have a nice start on this. I don't expect this one will take too long. Lots of flowers left to do, but I think that will go rather quickly once I get back to it. That ever, always once I get back to it, right? Let's see, what else do I have in my little bag? December. This one is another Mania start by the Cricket Collection. I have the M done. This one, obviously I have a lot more work to do on it, right? But it's December. I need to take it with me and work on it, right? I think so. Can't just put it in a box for the month of December. Pretty Little India is the next one. This has quite a bit more work on it, but I love this one so much. I love the colors so much that I can't put it in a box. Has to go with me. Let's see, another little one. Louise Henry by Little House. Another Mania start. This is one that I dyed the fabric. So quite a ways to go on that one, but again, it's a smaller one. So as I'm getting other ones finished up, right, as I will, I can be picking this up and getting this one finished. Let's see. Oh, what's that chart? Oh, yeah, that. Okay, so this is a magazine one. A small house can hold as much love as a large one. This, of course, struck a chord with me because that's what Mike and I believe. Don't have very much done on that at all. But again, I don't want to put it in a box. I want to try and work on it and get it done. And get it hanging in our new apartment. And then we have Hoity Toity. I can't leave Hoity Toity in a box somewhere. All of my stuff that is in a box will get to go on a cruise, though. It's going to go on a nice cruise across a couple oceans. Isn't that pretty? I love the fabric I've chosen for this. I think it's so rich. So, that is going with me. I don't know when I'll work on it, but I'm not leaving it behind. And in my pretty Mama Joan bag and my That's So Kelly Co. Bitsy Bob that they did for the Alzheimer's walk for Michelle Bendy. And then last but not least, we have Winter Wonderland by Knickies, Whims and Prims. Look how far along I am on that. So on this, I have Santa to put in, and then I think maybe another tree and a few more birds, and that will be done. So, and of course winter in Hawaii, I need to be working on a Christmassy one, right? So, that's what I'm planning on keeping with me, not packing up. It's a challenge. Let's see how much I can get done. Keep me going on it, people. Ask me how I'm doing. Check in. Ask me how many I have going. We'll see how many of these I can get done in 2 months. We'll see. Until next time, bye-bye.